retargeting course you did with Playmaze 2.0,
Sure.
and I really, really appreciate the kind of the strategy there with retargeting. I guess the question I have is, how do you think about bottom of funnel retargeting now? Because I know back then it was kind of autoresponder like, where it was like day one, show them this, show them this message, or day 1 to 2, show them these multiple messages. Like, how do you think about bottom of funnel, where I'm imagining the audience is going to be anyone that has visited the sales page or the order form for a specific product, and or they've watched some video, maybe middle of funnel, that's related to the offer past 50-75%. I'm thinking that's who would go into the audience. But then once they're in it, like how long would you put them in that audience for? And how do you think about the sequencing of messages? Like, are you building different campaigns for the different days, or
Yeah.
are you like, that whole puzzle? How do you think about it?
So the length of your funnel is really kind of inversely affected by how expensive and how complex the product is.
Mm-hmm.
Every business has its own pattern. Now, like, even if you have a complex or expensive product, there's a percentage of people that are going to buy no matter what. There's a percentage of people that are not going to buy no matter what. And then there's everybody else. There's a timeline that people go through. And I don't know if you were on at the beginning, but I showed off, look in the recording, the customer awareness timeline.
Yeah.
You got to be thinking about kind of where they're at in the decision process. So what you need to do is kind of reverse engineer the bottom of the funnel activity. So is it an appointment? Is it a sale? Is it a
Yeah, for most
webinar?
of the clients I'm working with, it's kind of like they'll most likely have watched some sort of content and they're looking at the sales page to buy some sort of coaching program, join a membership site, or an online course.
Okay.
And they're getting ready to, they're considering, hey, I'm going to join because the group is starting like next month, or it's starting in the next couple of weeks. There's some sort of
Okay.
timeline
So
put together.
is it a sales page then, like an order form that they could fill out, or is it a phone
Yeah,
consultation?
it'll probably be long form sales page to an order form. Yeah.
Okay. So your very bottom of the funnel people are people that like clicked on the order page, or like they clicked on the buy now page, they got to the order form and didn't complete it, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be thinking about I mean, you're a copywriter, so it's like, okay, what happened, right? So we like to use testimonials in that space. So we'll put testimonials in bottom of funnel. So we'll create a website custom audience of people that went to an order form and then didn't complete it. Okay. So we'll run testimonials down there. We'll run videos from the business owner that are specifically overcoming objections or frequently asked questions that they have at that point in the process. Okay. If somebody, and it's quite similar, but if they went to the sales page, if they went to the sales page and they didn't go to the order form, well then, okay, why didn't they click the order now button? So there might be some different content there. Then there's the content, well, if they never visited the sales page at all, what happened between the webinar and the sales page?
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I mean, you're really good at this, and I think I remember you had like a really detailed questionnaire, but it's like,
Yeah.
At each point of a decision, so every time there's like an event, you got to think about, all right, so they took that event and they didn't take the next one. So you want to just kind of reverse engineer what they might be thinking, and then you can cater the deep funnel content specific to that. And if there's enough volume, you want to run ads to that. And we like to run these, like, it's not just Facebook ads, like assuming that they're on an email list, you're running emails and Facebook ads at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, right? You're hitting with both. So that's the way we approach it. And a lot of times, it kind of goes without saying, but we tend to build our bottom of the funnel first and then work our way up to the top. And I probably should have said this at the top, I'll say it now so everyone can hear it, is the first thing we always build with the client is the retargeting campaign. Like, we do middle of funnel, bottom of funnel first, and then we go do top of funnel. There's no reason to like spend all this time at top of funnel. You bring the traffic in, and like your foundation, you're not going to build the second story of a house until the foundation is done. So we always start with middle funnel, bottom of funnel before we turn any campaign on. Then we go to top of funnel stuff.
Gotcha. And just let me rephrase the question from another angle. So when you're building out all those testimonials, objections, and videos, are you putting those in separate campaigns and you're running them to
Oh no,
the audience, or how
I'll
are you thinking
call
about it?
it bottom of funnel. I'll call it bottom of funnel campaign, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll have different ad sets, and I'll send you I'll send everyone a link to some training that I've done. Maybe Ross, I sent it to you. Was that the one that was password protected?
It's in that? Okay, because I haven't had a chance to go through all that. I
Okay.
just wanted to, it's in
All right, you
there.
want to go through that because that talks about like you can use exclusion. So like if once they saw this video and they watched a percentage of this video, you exclude them from seeing it again. And so
Mm-hmm.
you just stack all of that up in one
Gotcha.
campaign. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're basically say show everything, but if they've seen some of it, exclude them from the campaign.
Yeah.
So if they've
And I've
watched it,
got
it disappears.
there's a real complex document that kind of shows all that. I don't want to confuse people.
Perfect. That's fine. I just wasn't curious. I was curious about like, cause the challenge I was having was like, I want them to see all this,
Yeah,
but like, I don't want to show something on day one that's really important. But if someone doesn't log into Facebook on that day, they don't see it. That was the challenge I was
right,
having.
right.
Was some key testimonials from big people, and I just didn't. I wasn't sure how people were making sure that the important stuff gets seen and isn't
Yep.
time bound. So that's great.
Yep. Yeah, and your boundaries are probably like, so your constraints are they visited these pages or taken these actions, and then there's some sort of time frame associated with it, because
Yeah.
obviously the longer they get away from the action, the the less and less chance they're going to convert. So